ludicrous means beyond crazy, wild, or ridiculous. This
Yes.
is all meant to be, so I'm giving people great entertainment.
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you what, like, this is a absolutely beautiful day for Minnesota for summer. It's mid 70s. There is a breeze, but it's not bad. It's not overly humid. This is nice. I'm going to be laying a track today for Luda that I'm going to do tomorrow with similar conditions, less wind, and that'll play into kind of how I lay my track, kind of understanding wind direction so that I'm not making it too easy for him. With that being said, I wanted to show you guys what I use for equipment. I am new to tracking, so it's not like I have all the answers. I don't even have some of them. But I do like to kind of come up with things on my own when it comes to tracking, just to kind of help myself. I don't have the hoof shoes. I just haven't spent that money yet on it since I'm new. I wanted to make sure my dog really liked the sport and liked tracking and helping and just all this stuff before I really dove into spending the money on those hoof shoes. Probably will do it now because he definitely loves the game. But I wanted to show you what I'm using. So I'll kind of turn the camera here, and never mind the absolutely messy truck. Able to do some artwork on it, I suppose, because it's so dusty and dry right now, which will help, I suppose, but the dryness is just a pain in the butt. So here's what I got going for Luda. I've got a scent jug here. No, it is not dill relish, even though it says it. I don't think dill relish is supposed to be that color. It is a mixture of liver and deer blood. So that's kind of what I use to like start my scent stuff. I kind of have that as a start point for him because I feel like most of the time when I'm dealing with hunters, and correct me if I'm wrong, you guys can definitely comment on this, but correct me if I'm wrong, I do feel like a lot of times there's at least to some degree a point of a reference point, like here's the last blood, here's where the shot was, here's a little bit of blood we found. A lot of times there's that, and then it just sort of pitters out. So that's my thought on, I start with that, and then I add little spots of it very periodically through the trail. Since he is still relatively new to the tracking, I like to every once in a while have a huge confidence boost, like, yeah, man, you're on the right track, because there's this smell, there's this really clear blood, liver, gross stink, and he just picks up on it. He likes the smell, whatever. The other thing then you can see I have is, because I don't have the shoes, I have a PVC pipe. I took screws, and you can see I just screwed either side of it in. So now I've got the deer hoof that sits right here, and then basically I just walk around like it's a walking stick and poke it in the ground. Now what I like about this is that it actually allows me to stretch out my track spot. So instead of doing like my steps, I'm stepping every 2 feet or so. What's nice about the setup I have is I'm able to put the deer scent down every 6 feet or whatever, as to kind of mimic, in my opinion, mimic a deer who's running. Now I know a deer that's hopefully fatally hurt isn't going to be doing as much free bounding and running, but I still like to mimic that just in case, whether we kick the deer up, whatever happens. So anyway, so the way where I'm going to be doing this track today is all high ground. I'm in the same area, so if you watched my last video, literally right over here, about 200 yards is where I tracked, where that tractor came through and tore up the road and kind of cleared my scent off the road. It all worked out, but that's where that is. I'm up on some higher ground today just because if you live in Minnesota, if you live, we'll just say that, the bugs right now are just absolutely terrible. Even up here, there's still going to be some flies and stuff. Yeah, there's wood ticks, I can deal with those. But where I've been tracking, which is more river bottom and hill stuff, the mosquitoes have overtaken that. I do fishing down there, and it is absolutely brutal, and I don't want to put my dog through that. So I decided I'm going to go to the high ground today, and where we're going to track is right here behind me. I'm sure you can see we're going to track this open field here. I'm probably going to start, the wind's kind of going, so I'm probably going to start over here and then work my way back. I'm going to keep it relatively short. He is a little limpy on his shoulder. He got an injury playing, so I don't want to overdo him, but I'll probably end the track somewhere up back behind these trees. This is public land, so it does give me an opportunity as well to scout, so I'm kind of excited about that. But as you can see, as you probably can't see now, I turned you. But as you can see, like, it's a good open field. There's some pockets of thick. So I'm gonna start over here in these trees, kind of track my way through, get through that, and then end up maybe hook around or hook in, just depending on how the bugs are. If they're not bad, I'll go into the woods a little bit. If they're thick, which I assume they will be, I'll kind of stay on the outside where at least this wind and breeze and everything is kind of keeping the bugs at bay just a little bit. So guys, next time you see me, I will be out here with Luda. That'll be tomorrow. So we'll see you guys then. For you, it'll be about 5 seconds. For me, it'll be about 24 hours. I'm gonna let this thing age for about 24-ish hours, maybe a little less just because of my schedule for tomorrow, but we're gonna let this go and hope for the best. So thank you guys for watching, and let's hope we can get this track done.
The next day.
All right, guys, here we go. It is the next day. I just happened to get back out here. It is about 11:40, and I laid my track, or when I did this interview yesterday, it was about 11:40 as well. So we are at about 24 hours since this track has been laid. So it's a decent age. As you can see, if you look around, it is overcast today. Yes, I'm wearing the same clothes. When you're covered in bug spray and sweat and gross, why the hell change, right? So it's about a 300-yard track. Should be fairly easy for him. Now, with this overcast, did bring a tiny bit of rain, and I think that's going to help because it is super damn dry still. And I think this is going to help him kind of scent it up a little bit. I don't think this track is going to be overly complicated for him. It's a relatively straight line. You're going to see it here in a second. It's going to run right along this tree that kind of hooks around the bushes there, and then it goes up onto a trail and it ends up there. The reason I ended on the trail is because the mosquitoes were getting really bad once I got in the trail. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna end it here and not push it. This time of year, I'm trying to keep my morale high. I'm trying to make sure it's not too hard on him when it comes to mosquitoes and stuff right now. So that's what I did. I laid it relatively short one. Luckily, it's not terrible for ticks as we're walking through. However, I scouted out, because this is public land, so biting flies are out too. But I did scout out a little bit of the area after I laid the track, because I kind of hooked around to make sure I got out of the scent trail, and saw some really good deer sign, but also got into about 3 nests of wood ticks. And so I pulled probably 70, 80 wood ticks off me yesterday, which was kind of gross. So anyways, guys, I'm done talking. You're probably done hearing from me. You don't want to listen anymore anyways. So I'm going to go out there. One thing I will say is I get people asking me, like, why does my dog track? Here's the reason my dog tracks. This thing. This tug, for whatever reason, is his life. He's not big into finding the deer because he wants to eat the deer or because he has this excitement about the deer itself. He's trained to find the smell because he knows at the end he's going to get a high value reward. You can use food, but for me, high value, or for him, I should say, high value is his tug. That is just, he wants to play and tug. You'll see it at the end. At the end, you might notice I do make him mark on it, so not pee mark, but what he does is he will hold his nose to it. If it's still there, something could have ran off with it by now, but he holds his nose to it and marks it. And then I mark him, chuck the toy at his face. So you'll see that on the video. So guys, let's get out and track. I'm done talking. Let's do this. See you guys in a little bit. Good boy. Good boy. You wait. So he found where the starting point is. I'm just pulling up my tracking so I can trace us here. You can pee on where okay. All right, I think I'm good. Luda, you just peed there, but we're gonna start there. Hey, come here. Come here. Good. 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 Go sit. Okay, there was scent on that rock right there. He just ate a bug. There it goes. Easy, you bounding deer. Go. Keep searching, bud. Oh, shit. Wait. Okay, go search. Good. Perfect. That's exactly what I just did. Intermission. Quick poop break.
Hey bro, I gotta go. Let me through, I gotta go number 2.
Game on. Here, let's walk around your poop. Good. I sent it on that log. You didn't need it. Let's go. Where you going? Where you at, bud? He smells it now. He's on the scent. Watch him. It's right there. Where is it, bud? I don't even know if that leg, it's probably gone. Where is it, bud? There, he's on it right now. Did you find it? Did you find it? Is that it? Yes. Good boy. Good job, buddy. Good job, bud. Why did you that turn? Oh, yeah. All right, well, I forgot my my camera stick, so that was it. It was a really quick search, a really quick one. He did have to take a poop break. He's notorious for taking poop breaks. Wood ticks on us, of course. We'll have to do a pick through here when we get out. But he found the deer, or the chunk of deer that's there. Again, he does this all for his tug. He likes that tug. Now, I thought today was an easier track. He seemed to, like, I'll show you guys the map here of my track, which is the purple one, his track, oh, mosquitoes, which is the orange one. So you'll see how he kind of deviated off a little bit from the track itself, but the scent could be traveling a little bit weird. It's a light variable wind, so I don't really know what's working current-wise with the wind right now, and a couple of the low spots we went into, he seemed to, maybe it was pooling up there or something. He definitely seemed to struggle a little bit. He had to take his poop break, which he does every time when we start. But for not doing a track here in, probably a month or more, I'm pretty happy with how he did. He did get to the finish line. The one thing sorry, you're right next to my face, sorry. The one thing you'll see, so I tracked through here, and it went up to where he was. So where the spot was right there. Well, don't eat grass, dude. He tracked up through this thicket, and I just let the leash go and caught up with him on this side, and then he came out over here and he worked. So I'm assuming the scent is kind of carrying and maybe pulling up in those trees. in the end, guys, I try to let him do his own thing. It's really hard knowing where the finish line is to not guide him. I think that's just every trainer's kind of struggle. But he did find it. I feel like I gave him that freedom to make those decisions, and he worked through them. So I'm pretty happy with how everything turned out. So, Luda, are you happy, bud? Well, don't eat grass. Get your toy. Where's your toy? There we go. Get your toy. Well, you can finish eating your grass, but get your toy. Pick it up. Good job. So he's happy. He gets his tug. We get to work another day. He proved that he understands this game a little bit, right? Just a little bit. Good boy. Luda, sit. Sit. Oh my God, mosquitoes. Okay, I gotta stop trying to take pictures and video of them. We're gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Timber Ape Outdoors. I do hunting videos. I'm gonna start putting some fishing videos up too. I'm gonna do these tracking videos as well. It's kind of just a sporty page. I'm gonna be putting a lot of different outdoor type stuff on there as I do them. So that's it for this one, guys. Like I said, like this video, comment on it if you want. I'm always happy hearing people comment or looking at comments. Subscribe to our page, and let's hope I can keep putting some stuff out. So we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna get out of these mosquitoes and flick some wood ticks. So thank you guys. We'll see you next time.